You ever been to a chiro, physio, masseuse, and after the treatment you feel worse? I'll tell you why, just after this break. Often people might have a small sore back or a sore leg or something like that, or just feel like going to get a treatment, and they go and see a professional of some sort to try and get that fixed. And what ends up happening is that you leave there almost immediately or within 24 hours and you feel worse off. And it's what we call taking the pain from acute to chronic and chronic to acute. So in the scale of natural therapies, they teach you about how illnesses will actually activate from its acute stage. So that is, it happens just there and then, and you're feeling the pain or the illness of some sort. It might be a liver, or might be a back injury where you've got this pain running through your back. And your body then says, well, they're not fixing the back pain. So what I'm going to do is, in the unconscious mind, my nerve endings are going to start to shut down that area of the body, because clearly they're not doing anything about it and my body needs to adjust. So then what happens is it goes from acute to subacute and from subacute to chronic. And at chronic, the problem's still there, but you don't feel it. And it might come out somewhere else in the body. So you go and you get that something else fixed, and all of a sudden the chronic pain, which is really not pain anymore, becomes acute, which means you go, oh damn it, I went and saw this practitioner and I feel worse than when I first saw them. So what they're doing is they're actually assisting you to get back to your peak performance, to help you. So the analogy I would use, or the example I would use first, is Bianca. I've taken Bianca's running style from, and remember I'm not a great form runner, I've taken Bianca's running style from up here, where she's breathing in the high up in the chest, to moving her arms up and down. And she's feeling, and so what's happened is, with me running every day and her running every day as well, I've been pushing myself pretty hard, but I've had muscle memory and form. And so what's happened is that I'm nowhere near her, but I've got close to catching up with her, but I'm on an elevated part, I'm not on a plateau. And by me changing her running style, she's feeling the plateau. And the plateau for her is the bit that she needs to push through, because she'll start to elevate way, way ahead of me. And so what I've done for her is I've taken the chronic breathing exercises she was doing by running up here, and I moved it to acute. So I've moved her breathing down lower when she's running, because she's no longer got her shoulders up in the air. And so for her, what will end up happening is going from chronic to subacute and acute running and breathing, she's going to take off like crazy. And that's when it's going to feel amazing for her. In property, we have exactly the same thing. People go off and they screw up a deal and it ends up costing them money. And that's where they'll say, oh, but that designer should have told me before that it was going to cost me this much, or that we were going to get it wrong. Fact is that the designer didn't buy the deal. The planner didn't buy the deal. You didn't tell them what was required. They've adjusted it. It's created a pain point, but ultimately it's going to get you through to success and acute awareness of how good you are in property.